What's up, guys? Coming at you at a different angle, but the same place. I just bought this phone stand from Temu. That's what I'm recording it on, and it's so janky, man. I bought a pair of like slippers or like slides, and I found this tripod. I've been meaning to get a tripod, or just a pod or a stand attached to the car so I could record, right? But this stuff is so janky, man. And even the slides that came with it, one of the slides looked a little worn, like you see creases, and like I don't know. So far, my experience shopping with Temu is kind of meh, but I have friends that shopped at Temu and they got some pretty cool products. So I decided to give them a chance, but maybe that's just not it for me. I gotta get something else. But I heard shoes were pretty good. So if you guys get a chance to shop at Temu, check out their shoes, I guess. But anyways, this isn't a video about Temu. All right, today is Friday, and I decided that today's topic that I want to talk about is forgiveness. I think when we think about forgiveness, we talk about forgiveness, everybody knows what it is. Like, when you're a kid and somebody did you wrong, or you did somebody wrong, you ask forgiveness, or you forgive other people, right? For example, if little Timmy broke your PS2 controller and you're like, but anyways, like, man, I don't know why I did that, but it was like, when I had a friend over, we played on my PS2 and he kind of messed up the joystick, and I was pretty upset. But those are like great opportunities to introduce forgiveness to your kids and teaching them to forgive. Forgive people for messing up your PS2 controller, or in this case, just don't hold on to it. And I don't know, as I've gotten older, right? Sometimes forgiveness is really hard to come by. When people, just really, cut you up and like wrong you in ways. Sometimes I find it like hard to forgive, and I think especially like in my early 20s, I think forgiving people was actually like a big thing that I wrestle with. And I think as you get older, like everyone, you kind of just become more chill about it, and you kind of look back and you realize it's not that big of a deal, or you just grew from it. And I think that when things happen at the spur of the moment, that's the right phrase, it's so big because it's overwhelming, and it's like, and it feels like the end of your life. But when you let time passes, you start to think, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I had some parts in creating that issue, or letting that happen, or whatever, right? And there's a couple things I could think of on top of my mind, but I don't think I'm gonna get into it. But like I said, lately, when I think of forgiveness, it's like I'm thinking of like letting go, and because when I was younger, I think of forgiveness is a concept, or is a thing for the other person, right? When you forgive someone, it means that like, you forgive them for what they've done, right? That means like, we're cool again. But ultimately, forgiving is really for yourself. Forgiving yourself for being in that negative experience, forgiving yourself for making that mistake. Forgiveness, right? It's ongoing. It's an everyday thing. I mean, it could be an everyday thing if you're making a bunch of mistakes. But ultimately, it's for us to really let go of the thing that has happened to us. And more than anything, I think that sometimes when crappy things happen to us in our life, and You know, it may or may not be done by us, or it could be done by people around us, you know, and somehow we're just the recipient of the shitty act or the terrible act. But it's important to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for, you know, being in the crappy end of the stick sometimes. Forgiving yourself for, you know, messing up, making a mistake, you know, taking a step. But ultimately, if you really think about it, right, even if we mess up, it's all a learning experience at the end of the day, right? If you mess up, if you do something wrong, it's, you know, I think, you know, I think we all take it too harshly when we think of, you know, when we make mistakes, it's like the end of the world. But it's really, it's just an opportunity for you to learn and, you know, learn about people, learn about life, learn about yourself. Sometimes we have to make some certain mistakes to learn about ourselves, you know, what kind of people we are. You know, I think for me, when I was dating a lot in my early 20s, I really got to know who I am as a person in a relationship and how I function. And I feel like I'm still learning what those things are, you know, relationship, myself, and I'm feel like even though I'm in my later 20s, end of my 20s almost, I'm still constantly learning about myself, just you know, having new experiences and just putting myself in different obstacles and opportunities. And you know, sometimes they just don't feel comfortable and sometimes you screw up, but you know, ultimately, you know, you have to kind of let that go when you screw up, you know, with friendship or with people. I think especially with people, that we tend to think that people are mad at us or, you know, think of us in a certain way, and maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But to overwhelm yourself with things like that is just not good for your mental health. And you know, forgiveness is a thing, is a long way thing. You know, I think people are constantly working at it. Especially, I can say that I am working on it. You know, forgiving myself for hurting people, and forgiving myself for getting hurt by other people. You know, like I said, it's ultimately about, forgiveness is ultimately about yourself. It's about letting it go, letting whatever happened to you, letting it go from the circumstance, you know, getting hurt or hurting other people and feeling guilty, you know, take it as a learning experience. And I'm not saying, like, you know, forgive yourself right then and there, you know, like everything, it takes time. It takes time to really hone in and truly feel it. And when you feel that way, I think you're able to let it go, you know. And when we're able to let go of those, like, traumas, those negative experiences, we're really truly free from it. And that's what really the result forgiveness is free from the event, right? Free from the event. Because I know so many people that are kind of jaded. You know, what I mean by that is that you know, oh, so and so cheated on them, and now, like, I have this certain, like, perspective or, like, experience that kind of, like, warps me by putting my guard up whenever, like, I meet people. And that's, like, that's only hurting yourself if you think about it, right? You're not letting yourself experience, you know, novelty, new people, you know, new experiences. And sometimes when you put your guard up all the time, it's not good for you. You know, I think at the end of the day, it's good to have the expectation. I don't say expectation. It's good to know that people are capable of behaving a certain way, but it's not good to constantly put your guard up in hope of defending yourself, or possibly, like, you know, just having your guard up to prevent yourself from experiencing these things just because somebody in the past has hurt you, you know. And yeah, I don't know. this video is kind of just like, I don't know, rush. I'm not sure if it's rush, but I just felt like talking about forgiveness. Hopefully I was able to cover the topic pretty well. And if you have any questions or want to talk about forgiveness, feel free to comment. Leave a comment down below and share your thoughts on, you know, some of the things that you thought of when you heard the word forgiveness. You know, we'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, if you like what you see, hit subscribe, hit the like button. It would really help out a lot. Right now I'm not working in the summertime, and yeah, I would love to pay the bills. So guys, support me if you can, and I will see you on the next video. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.